And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be finishing off Stormblood by defeating Shinru. Yay! And we are joined by a bunch of people in chat.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello from Mithrie. So let's do it. Without further ado, I'm going to be doing this as a scholar. Yeah, I remember.
He doesn't even know what job he's playing.
I'm going to be doing this as a player. That's what I'm going to be doing as. So,
I'm going to be doing this solo healed.
Yeah. So join. Commence.
Help.
Let's do it. We're going to one-shot this. No one's going to die. Yeah.
Well, maybe with Mithrie healing, everyone's going to die.
Yeah. Cool. But anyway, I've never seen this fight before, ever. So...
I might as well watch the cutscene.
Let's see the cutscene now. Let's see what...
Shinryu, 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 Shinryu.
Shinryu.
Okay,
Oh, no, wait, that's
cutscene.
different. Sorry, my bad.
Let's see what the cutscene is about.
Panic me.
Rawr. Oh, well, there goes that tower. I just had it polished, man. Dude. That music.
Oh, this fight has beautiful music. Especially phase 2.
Oh god, do you know what it's time for, guys?
Panic.
Everybody dance now.
Let's go.
Right,
Okay.
who's main? Ray, are you main tanking?
Damn it, Raya, you messed up my macro.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, where's Pop when you need him?
Not sure.
I had to make sure that he's got his helmet on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so no pressure, guys. There's only 100 people watching our stream at the time of recording this, so let's impress.
Is Rhea main tanking?
Imperial tanking or...
Or is Imperial or Rhea main tanking?
Alright, I don't actually remember this, but let's go.
Oh,
No,
course.
I don't.
I'm joking, I know what to do.
What Imperial is?
So shall I go concentrate Imperial and you do on Rayo, or should we just wing it?
Go towards the water.
This way. Just don't run off the edge. Or you'll get blown off the edge.
Eek, eek. Oh, crap.
I do. Quickly, Raya, take over.
Imperial's dead already.
He fell off.
Why? Are these
Spider
spread out, or... Oh, spread out,
spread out.
okay.
It's only the tanks that stack.
Oh, come on, thanks. Everyone else go. Three bullets.
Okay, let's do this.
Can the people with... Yeah, come on.
Eek, 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 eek. Oh.
The really weakest hack enemies.
Okay, when it corrupted Aether is going up and up, what does that mean?
It's for his ultimates.
Okay.
Just nothing. Anything. Well, you can attack him, but like, just not enough.
Oh,
Cost you out soon. Go to the corner. Northeast.
Yeah, stealth me. Go.
What?
not level 6, I'm
Crap.
Don't think so.
Eek.
No.
I had like what, 4 health?
Mithrie is.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Risty, can you
Go to the
mark
side,
your...
in the middle.
Risty, can you mark yourself just so I know where you are?
Oh, I killed the person.
Wait.
This is my first time doing this with like 40,000 hunters. What? Right, I've put your passage.
Killed my son. I'm not gonna have
Yeah.
him. I'm gonna take action on my end.
Right, passage. Right, get ready to button mash.
There's gonna be little
Is
steps
it the
up.
same as Susano or whatever?
Yes, for a short. So yeah. Get
So
ready.
any buttons?
Yes, any buttons. Same as the sauna.
Okay.
Oh, I did that with 3.18 seconds remaining. Alien now.
Nice.
1.56 remaining for me.
Okay.
I did left.
Okay,
hand.
this one you're gonna have to sprint.
Okay, the music's great, so I'm gonna cry.
Jesus.
Sprint. This one.
Which way?
Why the
Oh,
way
fuck.
that's quicker.
That one.
Ah, crap. Oh, rip me.
Mithrie.
Okay, so
When you said sprint, I didn't know which way. It's like out of the AoE would help. When I saw the wind, I thought like maybe I could just sprint towards it or something.
So if the fact isn't this good, every time you see the red, that's a spell dropping onto the arena, and you have to DPS the spell, and it does a benefit of damage.
Right, somebody pop refresh.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll do it again.
Tail separate chains. Get
I got it.
Every time you kill the tail, it does a lot of damage to him and it recharges your limit very clever.
So which limit breaks do you use then? The tank ones.
Oh,
Shiva time.
Crap, let's go. The tanks up.
Stand still.
P. Let's do some screaming.
Oh no, I moved it right. No!
Oh what?
I was desperate for my combo.
Crap. It's like, don't panic. Panic.
Me and Bristol are both
Slow res Imperial.
I've already got him. Go for Alpha.
I've got refresh.
I'm assuming the time limit is when like all the platforms disappear.
No, because the middle one. Time limit is when all of them disappear and you cost time limit.
Cool. Are we on target?
This is going to be a run.
Oh crap.
Either
Just go to the
run or take.
closer safe zone.
I'm dead. It's because of lag. It's like even when I'm out of it, I still get hit anyway because of latencies. What can I do?
Then just take it.
Yeah, you stand in the middle room, you can take it. You'll do a lot of damage.
Okay.
Give you a bomb status.
somebody else.
Stack.
Alright, get in the middle. Keep running towards the middle. Like Gordon.
Ow.
I love this part of music.
One of those symbols on the head's me.
Oh, we're changing.
Tail.
Stack.
Has anyone got a refresh?
Popped it.
Refresh as well.
Thank you.
Heartling, fancy.
Literally just chaos.
Just
A waste.
down. Just heal.
Do you have like blood for blood up or anything like that? Is that not in the game anymore?
Gone again. Close to safe soon.
I'm paralyzed, so I'm dead.
Damn it.
I was running and then I just got...
Remember, rest you've got LB free up if you need it.
Yeah, my sprint was already wasn't charged up.
Thank you. There in the middle.
Oh, I just got a palm in my face.
Get over here, get over here.
Ooh, close, guys.
Sorry.
No. I should have come back.
Mithrie, you're tethered.
You gotta split apart.
I'm dead.
Tail, we'll go over tail.
Stack on me.
Stack.
Nice. First
There you
try,
go.
nice.
That's right, there, yeah. Well, there you go.
That
was hard.
Nice.
Thought you would
guys.
one shot that. Like, why do you doubt my healing that much? You haven't even seen me heal it, right? Yes.
I believe in you, mate.
This is what's happened to me after all that.
Cool.
Oh, I was
Done.
dead the whole time, so yeah.
Okay, so let me mute and finish off the game. Yeah.
Bye.
Brad.
Bye.
Right. Oh, that was fun. Wasn't panicked at all. Not even slightly. Nope. Nope. Not even at all. Yeah. Anyway, let's get out of here. That was fun. Two of them, like, I feel, of the deaths were from lag. I was out of the AoE, but not quick enough. One of them was just because of paralyze, which is my fault because I didn't Asuna myself. Hello, boo. You got whooped by a feather.
Are you alright?
Yes. How you doing?
Xenos.
Oh wow.
The hunter has indeed become the hunted. And yet, there is only joy. Transcendent joy that I have never known. How invigorating, how pure this feeling.
Is that what this was all about? All the meaningless death and destruction, so you could feel something?
Meaningless. Men die that others may live. Those who survive are stronger for it. Not that you could ever understand. To have stood upon this great stage of fools. To have played my part to perfection. Oh, this moment. Let it be enshrined in eternity. My heart beating out of time. So clear, so vivid, so real. So real. Coward!
Stop!
Farewell, my first friend. My enemy.
Rip. Oh, it's a samurai. I'm going to be defeated. Samurai cannot stand the shame of a defeat.
He's dead. By his own hand.
Then justice has been done.
No. There's no justice in that rabid animal's end.
Liberty or death. That so many should be forced to take up this creed to defeat such madness.
We won. Forget him. The living have need of us now.
Stand tall, Lys. Now is the time to raise a cheer for all who fought for freedom. A cheer loud enough to carry to the highest heavens.
Yeah, so he called her Lys, not Lysay.
You're right. Thank you. Without you... well, you know. So let's do it together. For Alamigo!
I wonder if they will sell the outfit on the Mog Station. I'll buy it. For my monk. I wonder if they're going to leave us on another cliffhanger going into 4.1. Damn it, Falco, you were in the cutscene. Bye. Okay. What an image.
In crimson it began, and in crimson it ended. And then we were free.
Wow. What can I say? A zillion times better than Heavensward.
But what is freedom, really?
Wow, what can I say? Is there more dialogue?
Free to live,
yeah.
To love, to grow old, to have dreams and desires, and to strive for them. But in the end, we're defined by the legacy our forefathers bequeathed to us. Even Xenos was once a baby in the cradle, innocent and pure. He was made into a creature that lived only for death, not born of it. "20 years of Imperial rule have left Ala Mhigo torn and bleeding. It won't be easy to heal a generation's worth of wounds, to bridge the gap. But I won't give up, Papalimo. I won't.
She's just strutting her stuff down in Ala Mhigo.
Because I remember the price of freedom. I remember the smoke, and the ashes, and the blood. I remember the screams, and the silence. And I'll do whatever it takes to honor their sacrifice, to build a home for us all. I promise you. This is the end.
For now.
The end of the Imperial Province of Alamigo, and the rebirth of Alamigo, the free nation. Long may she endure.
Cool. So, I think now is to give a reflection. There I am. Of my experience of playing Stormblood. I'll try not to do it for the entire credits because, you know, apparently these credits are like half an hour long. But all I will say is that the production value of this and the writing quality of this expansion has been way more superior than Heavensward. It was almost poetic at times compared to this. So yeah, and I'm happy with the revamp they've done to PvP. I'm happy with removing the weekly cap on yellow scripts. So the good thing about Square Enix, what they've shown time and again with the release of A Realm Reborn, is that they listen to their audience. You know, that's the main thing. They listen to the gamers who play their game. They don't just do it and be like, oh, you know, like sometimes Blizzard's approach of, you think you want it, but you don't. You know, they've never said the words like that. So, and under the direction of Naoki Yoshida, this game has got a new life. So I think Square Enix should be eternally grateful to Yoshida for effectively leading them from the brink of disaster to success. So, other than that, basically, we've been playing this game now for most of us, like almost 4 years. And some people did play 1.0, but, you know, most of us have been here since 2.0 started. And what a great experience it's been so far. And long may it rain. We will see what they do to extend the story in 4.1 and the rest of this expansion, and we will see in 5.0 if we go towards goal mode. But like I'm said, it's like it seems inevitable that we'll get to goal mode, but what we do after that, that's what I wonder. You know, how we make this into a 10-year plus MMO is what I'm wondering. And you know, curiosity for the future. They are still extending Final Fantasy XV, which is kind of odd given it's a single-player game, but, you know, whatever. They're doing what they want to do. And all I can say is thank you very much for watching my content on YouTube, for tuning into the live streams, for supporting me in the way you do. You allow me to do what I love doing with the gaming, and being able to afford to do it, despite having terrible debts. But hopefully within a year, or half a year at this point, I will be debt-free. Speaking of Hancock, I don't think we've seen the last of him. I'm sure there's more to this tale than meets the eye. Now, I'm not going to talk through all of these credits because I believe they are very long. But yeah. Now, all I want to say basically is that MMOs, and I've said this a million times before, but I'll say it again. MMOs and games generally are designed to be played with other players. You know, it's like the reward of the game is the journey with the people that you like playing the game with. It's with the other players. It's the other people. If you play the game alone, you're not going to get even 10% of what you will get out of it unless you play with other people. I've been supported through this whole expansion by my FC, and I am very grateful for that. You know, so, and it's made it so much easier. I wasn't getting to different boss fights thinking, oh, I have to now wait in Duty Finder and do it with random people I don't know, anything like that. Simply, I had my hand held through the whole expansion, and it made it all the more enjoyable. Just the same way I had in 2.0. It was Distant World FC on Masamune, helped me through 2.0 as well. Now, there has been ups and downs with my experience through this MMO, but that is life, you know? You have ups, you have downs. But what can you do? And the thing is that if everything was always positive, always negative, I think you get bored of it. So there has to be a balance somewhere. And in terms of the future of my time in 14, for now, not talking about like the permanent future, just the immediate future, I'm going to keep leveling towards level 70 with all crafts, or all classes, I should say. I've already done crafts. I'm going to gear up my gatherers as well, get them geared up, do all the level 70 quests, unlock flying in all the zones, do some PvP, try and get to rank 50, get the Rago mount, and so on. There's plenty to do once you finish the story. My regret of this expansion is not doing the story first. Like I said I would do before the expansion even launched. So it's reaffirmed my feeling that the very first thing you should do when expansion launches is finish the story. So if I'm still playing this game in 5.0, then that's all I will be doing. Story, and that's it. I won't even craft, I want anything. And I will also as well go about unlocking the expert roulette and try and do the extreme primals, try and do the raids and blah 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 blah. So there's plenty to do. But going into the future, there is so many other games coming out at some point later in this year. So we have to play Life is Strange next month, Uncharted Lost Legacy, Destiny 2, Mario Odyssey, to name but a few. And I will also be playing through Destiny 1. I haven't played Destiny before, so... But after playing the Destiny 2 beta, I've become very interested to do that. And, you know, I'll just keep doing this. The reason I do this is to have fun. That's it. You know, this is not my living, this is a hobby. I have a full-time job, I work 9 to 5. In fact, this week I actually worked 50 hours. So, it's not something I can obviously maintain. It was just necessary to do the overtime at work. And, you know... As long as I can keep this routine up, I will keep doing it as long as I can. So, and, what can I say? Well done, Square Enix. You did a good job on this expansion. And, we will see how they push the envelope further. It's very good to see them making up new mechanics and new, bosses, like mechanics and so on. Pretty much every dungeon. You know, rather than us having to do the same thing over and over and over again. So, so while the game feels, obviously it feels familiar, it has, since 2.0, been building on itself. They are trying to teach you to be better and better players, which is not usual in MMOs and games. In MMOs, usually, it's a case of, let's just push it further. Like, for example, if we made a comparison between Stormblood and Legion, the way Legion tries to push the envelope, make things harder, is just to do exactly the same fight, just with bigger numbers. So you need more gear, more whatever, Mythic plus 10, whatever, and eventually you will outgear it and be able to do it on higher numbers. They don't do that in this game. It's a complete reinvention. So normal mode is not the same as hard mode, is not the same as Savage. Almost the mechanics are completely different. And I said, we will see where they go, what ambition they have, and what ideas they can come up with, and so on, and where the story is going. Now that we've liberated Alamigo, what's left to do? What are they going to release in 4.1 and 4.2 and so on? Like, I know they're releasing relics and they're releasing the Eureka Zone, but what else? You know what I mean? So it is nice to reflect on this expansion. You know, I asked before Stormblood launched for there to be all-out war. I miss the war feeling of the calamity and everything as 2.0 launched. Heaven's Ward was basically like a massive funeral. So in comparison, the end of 2.0 was amazing, but Heaven's Ward was just like ugh. So and then also as well, because there was 5 months between 3.0 and 3.1, I was actually able to finish the 3.0 story, get all of my crafts and gatherers to 60, and then also finish something like 5 other games, single-player games, before 3.1 came out. So let's hope they have a more quicker schedule for Stormblood. And the characters in introducing Stormblood have been really good. Like, obviously, Lord Heian has been very good. He is equivalent to Lion from Final Fantasy XIV. And also, I personally don't think either Gosetsu or Yotsuyo are dead. But that's just my personal feeling. I think both of them will make a reappearance because of the way it left off. It's kind of like when you watch movies or TV shows. They said they're not dead until you see them actually buried. So, as in, they're actually given a funeral and they're dead in a coffin. So we will see if either of them make a return. So, but it's just my feeling. You know, it's like, of course, people might be thinking, oh, you saw the tower blow up with them in it and so on. But you never know. They could write it in that, you know, that they escaped. And when it comes to the other parts of the story, like I said, I'm just curious to see what the next step is. I feel this is very conclusive. You know, we've saved the day. Like, the only thing that could happen is for them to send an invading army from Galmo and try and, like, control not only Alamigo again, but also all of Eorzea. So, yeah. Now, I know that Gosetsu got, like, shot, like, basically, she, like, emptied a clip into his back. But remember, he still had the strength to hold a roof over his head. Even if, like, if it was a fatal shot, if it wasn't more than just, say, a flesh wound, then he wouldn't have been able to hold the roof on his head. So yeah. But we will see. That guy who's on the screen now, he's like the equivalent of, like, Hojo. Like, the, you know, experiment on living beings. And I did notice towards the end of this expansion that they are bringing in themes from Final Fantasy VII. So it's nice that they're bringing in themes from different Final Fantasies that we recognize. And apparently the raids for Omega and stuff is basically like, was it Final Fantasy IV or 5 or whatever? So, and they will keep doing it. I don't see why they'll stop. And then the biggest question will be, is there going to be a Final Fantasy 16? And are they going to handle it very differently to 15? Like, they will only announce it when they actually have something. So, I guess we'll see. And we'll see as well what role Estinian has going forward in the expansion. Like, is he doing what he wants to do, or is he actually being controlled by Nidhogg through his spear? Because you notice that he called his spear Nidhogg. And, what can I say? What can I say? And, one thing I'm hoping to do as well is I am hoping soon to get a new graphics card so I can ramp up the settings of the game, because I don't know if any of you saw during some of the filming of the episode, some of the graphics were really, really low, because I have to play at 1080p normal in order to get the game to run at a consistent 60 frames a second, especially when I'm recording and live streaming. And so I do have my own ambitions of I want to increase my gameplay experience. It's like, for example, the two screens I'm using right now, I got those originally as a Vision before Wrath of the Lich King came out, but that was many years ago. So at this point, I'm looking at like 3 screens and like 4K resolution and G-Sync and HDR and blah blah blah. I don't know if that's all out yet. And yeah, what can I say? So I think that's enough for now. I can go on it about it for ages, and I think these credits will also go on forever as well. So yeah, what can I say? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause the recording, and if there's any like cliffhanger leading into 4.1 at the end of the credits, then I'll carry on recording. So let me pause. Okay, so I'm going to try and skip the cutscene, so let's see if there's any cliffhanger after. Ah, there we go. Ah, there's Estinian. We were talking about him just now.
Well, well, well. What a fine mess we've made.
Whoops. Okay, let's hide my camera. Oh, really? Come on.
Spent feeding that primal, eh? Well, you won't be making any mischief with that amount of ether.
Come on.
Still, better safe than sorry.
That's one. How about the other? Thank God.
There. There ends your hateful legacy.
It's about time. So that's like a final curtain on Heavensward as well, basically. It's over. My condolences for your loss. A father should not outlive his son. What nonsense. Oh, really? You do not mourn his loss? You surprise me, Your Radiance. He was your son and heir, and an irreplaceable test subject. I know what he was. Monsters are not made for thrones. Nor are stars made to sustain false gods who sup on their very essence. Aegon summoned by desperate savages who hearkened to the whispers of shadowless charlatans. Should you raise a hand against my black-robed brethren, I will not stop you. Our desires are one and the same: preservation, restoration. Compression, resurrection, all is in service to your one true God. And when the sundered shards are made whole, will there be a place for us mere mortals? Down my claims and question my motives if you will, Your Radiance. You will come to trust me in time. Until then, mayhap you will find this reassuring. How dare you? Are we gonna see his face? No, we're not gonna see his face. Cool. It's alright. Let's talk to Lise. So we did it. We liberated Alamigo. I don't know what to say. I don't even know how to feel about it all. Relief, I suppose. Pride and hope, too. We did it, Father. Ida, Papalimo, Conrad, Mithrie, Menphelia. We really did it. Hey, don't feel like you have to stand there listening to me mumble. Everyone else will want to talk to you. You beat him after all. You're the real hero of this story. So run along and take your plaudits. Okay. Cool. So let's switch back. Actually, we shouldn't. Let's switch back to Paladin, actually. These are level 70 quests. So, for you to best Xenos, even after he had harnessed the power of a primal, is a testament to your ever-growing strength. Not bitter to have your vengeance stolen from you by another. There is some small regret, perhaps, but that is outweighed by the satisfaction I find in his death. I commend you, Mithrie. As should we all. Xenos was a monster and a tyrant. The man who killed my father and countless others of my countrymen. The world is a better place without him in it. I should also praise Master Alphanode for his foresight and restraint. Had he not intervened, I might never have had the pleasure of being reunited with Hikaru and his Lupin brothers. It was a timely intervention, full glad am I not to have been a burden with the guilt of killing my Lord Hien's most trusted allies. Ha, indeed, my friend, indeed. Cool, so that's one. So let's see where the others are. Then we can finish Stormblood. Get the "to be continued" sign up there. So after all we have been through, I really should know better than to worry. But as ever, the relief I felt upon finding you hale and whole in the royal menagerie well nigh reduced me to tears. The Warrior of Light victorious again. I should be surprised if some small part of you had not come to resent the title and the responsibilities which accompany it. You must forgive us if we call you hero when you accomplish heroic feats. But as Warrior of Light goes, so goes the world. You should take pride in the good you have done, and in the good you have inspired others to do. You are a natural-born leader of men, Mithrie. All these people weren't just following their commanders, they were following you. And you led them to victory, to freedom. Alas, not everyone could see the journey through to its end, but history shall remember them, and the glorious future they made possible. Let's talk to Menagerie. So, can you believe it? We won. We beat the bastards. Al amigo, al amigo. Huh, sorry, I got a bit carried away there, didn't I? It's hard not to, you know? We owe it to the friends we buried to shout and scream and cheer with all our hearts. I want them to know it wasn't for nothing. That it's finally over and they can rest in peace. You hear that, lads? We'll be alright. We'll be... Oh, bugger, not again. I'm so bleeding happy. I could cry. Fair enough. Let's talk to Roban. So, the hero of the hour. I suppose we'll have to add Liberator to your titles. With their commander fallen, the remainder of the 12th chose to surrender to our forces. After 20 long years, it's official. The occupation is ended. But now the hard work starts. Though the people have their fill of kings, there is no clear consensus of what sort of government they would prefer instead. Indeed, Father. Momentous as this achievement may be, the road which lies before us is no less uncertain than the one we have walked. Aye aye, yet if we can overcome 2 decades of oppression, I've no doubt we can find a way forward. Thank you, Mithrie, for helping to make this dream become a reality. Cool. So let's talk to Lise. Where is she? Where is she? It's down here. There she is. Hi. So, finish your rounds. Great. In that case, I'd like you to come with me back to Ralgo's Reach. Not for a rematch or anything, sadly. I want to call all the Scions together. I'll explain later. Okay. I was thinking after the credits, there would be a lot more. Cool. Let's talk to Lise. I don't even know where to begin. So, let's complete. Let's get the A for current. Yeah.
We've been through a lot together, haven't we? I can't thank you enough. There's something I need to say to you all. That is, if you have a moment. Good. You're all here. Good. Good. Thank you doesn't really suffice, does it? I'm grateful. Truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. But I know you didn't fight so hard just to hear me or anyone else say that. You fought because you wanted to help, because you believed it was right. Because you're Scions. Now, I'm obviously a Scion, but as Conrad left me in charge of things here, I also have responsibilities to Al Amigo. When I put it like that, though, I realized I couldn't even pretend to be impartial anymore. So it seemed best to make it official.
Why, is she just gonna not be in the Scions anymore?
As long as I serve Al Amigo, I can't be a Scion. It might be selfish and short-sighted, but that's my decision.
Am I to understand that you summoned us all, some of us still nursing wounds, to hear this?
Oh, I didn't,
Forgive me, Lise. 'Twas but a jest. But this I say with the utmost sincerity. Scion or no, we are comrades, now and ever after. Is that not so? There you have it. Come what may, you may count on us in your hour of need. We shall never refuse you.
Stola. Oh, gods. I swore I wouldn't cry.
I'm sad this, you know, Scions are getting smaller and smaller. We've lost 3 of them already. Ooh. Okay.
Come back here, you slippery little devil.
Lol. Sorry, I skipped it too soon.
What greater proof of a man's lingering mortality than an empty belly? A fate worse than death. Fie on it. To have arrived at the appointed place and time only to survive by mere force of habit. Truly, the Kami are not finished with us yet. Oh, capricious fortune. How you test me with this wretched soul.
What? It's like, I told you so. Come on. At least they cleared it up. You see, I didn't doubt it for a second. What's happening now? Oh, is this for Omega? This is indeed the work of either Shinru or Omega. And since there is undeniably something down there radiating a massive amount of energy, which cannot very well be the late Viceroy's lap dragon. Yes, I think we have our suspect. Well, this is a mess of our own making, so it falls to us to clean it up. It won't be easy, but is it ever? So, and now comes the part where you say that you've got no choice but to divert company and resources and employees to this pet project of yours. Lost profits and belligerent clients be damned. So financial considerations notwithstanding, you have to admit there is an unquantifiable benefit in giving our people the opportunity to study such advanced technology. Oh, is that before or after you blow it up and seal it away? Fine, fine. But the moment I judge this little venture an unsustainable risk to the ironworks, I'm ending it, savvy? And to keep you honest, using my authority as Deputy President, I've gone ahead and brought in a consultant, a master engineer and mechanical genius. What? You didn't. Come on. Really? Is it going to be Nero? Come now, you mustn't build their expectations too high. It will be less dramatic when I surpass them. Oh no, absolutely not. This is not happening. Ah, of course it's Nero, for fuck. Sorry, pardon my French. So, Nero told Scavia, eager to begin his first day as a loyal member of the Ironworks team. Looking forward to working with you, Garland. I recognize Nero because of his pants. Is that worrying? So fell the hunter, but what of the hound? So rose the children, but what of the father? Done. Cool. So that's it. To be continued. So, anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me. Goodbye from Mithrie. Thank you to everyone for your help, and I hope you enjoyed the story of Stormblood, and we will carry on the story in 4.1. So see you guys, and have a pleasant tomorrow. Goodbye.